How are you going to get to 30 when you already died at 17 because you went to go get a BBL? How?
The reason why your man wants me is because I'm younger and I look prettier.
If you're living with your parents at 25, does that mean you're a bum?
If it was snowing, I used to run outside, build a snowman. Now, it's 1-2 snaps on Snapchat and go back in my room.
That. Gen Zs are all about fast stuff. They want it and they want it now.
I'm anything you want me to.
How do you know you're going to get to 70, basically?
That's what I'm saying.
But that mentality is so dangerous. And it's the fact that you don't even know that.
I'm a grown ass woman.
No. Even interrupting like a Gen Z. No manners.
Welcome back to Deep It Podcast. On this week's episode, we have
Jordan,
Rainbow TV,
and Shanette Carlio.
And today we're talking Gen Z. All right, so how old are you?
Don't be coming and asking.
Let's do it like this. These two are Gen Z, and me and Shanette are not Gen Z.
Grown-ass woman.
We're grown. You guys are a little bit young.
No, but
to be honest, I feel like I'm not too far from Gen Z.
You're in the middle.
I feel like I'm in the middle.
Wait, guys.
So we've got very polarizing, I think,
guys, I'm so sorry.
ideals today. Wait, what do you want to say?
I'm a grown ass woman.
No. Even interrupting like a Gen Z.
Let me tell you when I'm grown up and why I'm a woman.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, you know one, yeah?
Okay, go on.
I don't live with my mum anymore. I'm a grown woman. I have a business. I'm a grown woman. What else?
Yeah,
I don't have a kid yet, but I'm still a grown woman. Like, when you chat to me, you better come correct. I
love that. I love it.
Oh, I'm a great man. I don't live off student finance.
Yeah,
I pay for my own student accommodation.
I love this.
I got my own business is blooming. I have another business
Shout out the
coming
business
up.
though. Shout out the business.
I'm a lash tech. I'm a hairstylist.
Period.
I'm anything you want me to be.
You know what? That's so interesting. So for you, what makes you a grown woman is the fact that you don't live with your mum.
And I have a business.
No, but that's the first thing
Being
you mentioned is
independent.
that the fact that you don't live with your mum.
Yeah, my mum, I can't remember the last time my mum gave me money, honestly. She doesn't even have to give me a birthday gift. Like, I'm independent. I'm a woman. I'm not a small girl, honestly.
Independent makes you a woman.
Yeah, 100.
Okay, but there's some people out there that's like, 35, 40 years old.
I know.
They live off their husband. So what does that make them a kid?
No, it just makes them not independent. It doesn't make them woman-like. I can't. There's so much hard women that I respect. Even you as well. 25. I know so many bummy. Sorry.
Is
I
that
know
right?
so much. Listen, I even know a 25-year-old. I'm not saying living with your mum is bad, but I know a 25-year-old girl that's so bummy, asks for money all the time, lives with her mum, in debt. So much things that when I come to that age, I'm just looking at her now, but I know when I reach that age, I do not want to be like that.
But you know what? That's so crazy, right? Because personally, I commend like all of the young entrepreneurs, people that are doing so amazingly so young. But I still think 25 is still young. Like, I think it's
the grand scheme of
like,
things.
I
For
still
me
think
personally.
it's, I don't know if like if you're living with your parents at 25, does that mean you're a bum?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean no, DJ.
You know what?
Does that mean you're a bum?
Let's not get off topic here. We're talking Gen Z. Yeah. For you said that you don't think you're Gen Z because you have a business, and it's funny. I want to touch back on your point.
Yeah.
It's like that is such a Gen Z thing
But
to
that's
say.
my
Even though
point.
you're saying that you're not Gen Z, you are, and it's so funny because it's like your generation, that generation of Gen Z, have that mentality of going to get money. Like I don't not that.
Yeah, like if you haven't made it by your 25 or 30,
like, what are you doing?
doing?
Let's say when I was like 14, when I was looking at people that were like 22 or 21, they weren't thinking about building businesses and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. At that time, more time people are going clubbing. People are thinking about what they're gonna wear.
Yeah.
People are thinking about what 9 to 5. I feel like the dream job at 2021 was to work at Ladbrokes, to work in a betting shop.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like it really was. It was because it was the only job, that people were doing that meant that you wasn't really doing that much work. You were sitting down and you were still earning a decent amount of money. And they'll go clubbing and do their thing. But no one was thinking about building
Yeah,
business.
I think like
that's
just
one thing that I
enjoying
like
your early 20s was
Enjoying
more the
your
vibe.
20s, yeah.
Like, you know,
And that's-
going on holidays, having a little job or
Yeah.
whatever, saving up a little bit, where I think Gen Zs are like on something where like I need to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30, and it's like.
But don't you think that's good though?
I think it's good. I think it's very lit, and I think it's a great mindset to have. But at the same time, I think that it's okay if you haven't become a millionaire at 25, 30. It doesn't mean you're failing. You have time. You have time. Well, see, this is the Gen Z kind of mindset, which is good and bad, because I feel like it makes you also do is feel like you're more grown than you actually are, especially for the females. Like they start feeling like they're more grown than they actually are, and like I feel like they be doing stuff that like for instance. Even if we touch on it, like something like surgery is a big thing for females these days, and I feel like 20-year-olds. 25-year-olds are, I want to get my body done. You literally haven't even grown into your body yet. You haven't had a child.
You haven't even
like,
finished puberty.
What are you doing? Like, let yourself grow. So it's like,
I'm saying to myself,
but you've also had children. So it's like when you have children, your body does change, and you can be like, okay, I didn't used to look like this, but there's some like young girls like. You literally are still growing, like.
Can I say something?
And you want to get surgery, like let yourself grow, have a child.
At 20, what age do you want to be growing to? Please, you have 8 years to be 30. When you're 30, you're not looking back. You're 30.
But what if you have a child?
I'm getting my body done as well, but it's not like I'm getting my body done. It's the fact that I'm getting my body done.
But why?
Well, you not ask yourself why do you feel like you need to do that?
Why? It's because I'm in my 20s and I want to look like I'm actually into my 20s.
What does that mean? You look good. I understand.
You're basically trying to live to impress other people. You want other people to see you as a 20-year-old.
That is a big part of Gen Z.
You just said it. You did say you want other people to see you as a 20-year-old.
No.
Why is your mic towards my head?
Sorry. When you're in your 20s, you need to look like you're actually in your 20s. You don't want to.
So what do you think you look like? What do you think you look like? What do you think you look like?
No, do you know what? We've got a gather on this panel. I want to ask you, this is not like, let's not take this too personal, but what do you think of Rachel's body?
I think Rachel's a beautiful woman.
Not face-wise, her body. Because she's talking about doing her body.
Her body is beautiful as well.
What kind of age do you think the body is?
So why do you think...
Age that she blocked off her head. I'll say
why do you think
mid-20s.
Mid-20s. So why do you think that young girls, you guys' age, want to do their body so bad? Like before having children,
it's because of the
before even
society we live
developing
in.
enough.
The society we live in, like everyone is literally promoting the idea of getting your body done from young, everything, and it's like people look at it and idolize and be like, yeah, I want to do that as well because that's the only way you're gonna blow and bloom. Because no one really wants to work. No one wants to. I don't want to work. Like literally, I want money to come in my account with me just sleeping basically. And from young, we really only saw that in women that were either like living off daddy's money or either on the social media thing like promotion. Literally, like people are paying them to like just post one bikini pictures and that, and you're not gonna get targeted. And people are not gonna promote you if you don't have that look. So it's like people see that like
social media. So
People see it
social
as
media has a big
money,
effect on you guys.
Literally,
Because I guess it's kind of like what Gen Zs have grown up with from like childhood to now. So a lot, I guess they're like, it's impressionable upon them and the way they look. So you look like you look in your 20s. Your body looks in your 20s. But you say you need to get your body done to look like you're in your 20s.
Are you not Gen Zs? Do you have your body done or you're getting your body done?
Yes, I am. But again, the reason why I'm doing it is because I feel like my body has completely changed from before I had children. But before I had children, I would never even dream of doing anything to myself because I loved my body. It wasn't perfect to like what social media standards are now. It definitely wasn't perfect, but it was good enough for me. And I never would have touched my body unless I had, if I didn't have children.
So you're basically trying to look back on your past body.
She's affected by how her body changed once she had children.
That's it.
Yeah.
Social media has
basically
nothing to
go
do
back
with
to
it.
herself. That's her original roots.
And do you know what? I also want to touch on this year. I feel like sometimes the mentality of Gen Z, number one, to make money, and number two, to like fit into social standards is kind of very dangerous because sometimes I feel like a lot of young girls will go out of their way to do things that are not really morally acceptable by a lot of it's not even just girls, boys as well. They're doing things that are like crazy just to make a certain amount of money or to look a certain type of way. It's like a lot more people are trying to look into doing fraud or escorting or all of these like things that wasn't really prevalent before.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
No.
It wasn't really as popular before, but but now it's so popular because people,
Yeah.
everybody's trying to,
Normalising it.
everyone's trying to wear a watch, or everyone's trying to at least get a watch.
Okay.
Do you get it? Or wear a certain bag, or wear some certain clothing and stuff like that, just to fit into society. But yeah, go on.
I can't lie, my mindset is mad. Maybe you might think I think like a 40-year-old. Maybe you might think I think like a 30-year-old. As a girl, I can't lie, in your 20s as well, you need to do so much stuff to earn money, I'm going to say something that's bad, yeah, but I kind of get why they do it. Prostitutes, especially like girls in their 20s and that, I understand why they do it, because when you're at this age, escorts, prostitutes, strippers,
What did Jordan say?
That's an escort.
strippers,
Prostitutes
even strippers, I
prostitutes are
understand why
standing
they
in the
do it,
streets.
because as a girl in their 20s,
That's a GTA character. You stand in the streets. Escort. You guys get your DMs,
Go,
So,
Rachel.
as a girl in their 20s, I just feel like you need to earn so much money. Like, I feel like me.
But why do you have to escort? Why can't they be lawyers, or why can't they be nurses, or why can't they
I
go
feel
to
like it's
school?
the process.
Why?
I feel like people.
Why not?
People give up easily.
I'm not saying everyone, but I'm not saying everybody.
it's not
Hold
about
on.
intelligence,
First of all,
it's
you
about
think
time.
lawyers they're just smart and they become lawyers? They go and study.
Yeah.
They study.
Okay, cool.
So
Listen,
what?
yeah.
Oh, see. So let's talk about it. That's all I want to say. No.
Okay,
let's talk about it. That's what no, but that's a Gen Z thing. I'm not saying it's this. I'm trying to bring something to your attention. Gen Zs are all about fast stuff. They want it and they want it now. They don't know how to work for nothing.
Yeah.
They want all this money, but they want it fast. And this is why girls will go in escort, because they don't want to work. They don't want to try and learn anything.
But who
They don't
really
want
wants
to
to
learn
work?
it, and that's dangerous.
like
That's
they
dangerous.
just
What is working?
No one wants to work.
I would choose to go and be sitting down with a nasty old man at the end of the table, unless I know you're paying my salary.
But because it comes faster than working for a degree, you'll do it.
Time is work. Time is money.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the long term, you could, if you were to like study for 3 years or 4 years and become a lawyer in the end, you're making a substantial amount of money to maintain you throughout your life, and where you can build on that. Where being an escort is only going to deteriorate you, your emotions, and your mental health as a woman. It will eventually,
And how long
because
can
it's
you
not
honestly be an
not
escort
all
for?
money is good money.
How long can you be an escort
Forget
for?
about that. That's what I was just
How long
about
can
to
you be an
say.
escort
How
for?
long
And
will
Gen
you
Zs,
look
that's
to
why
be escorting.
that's why I think Gen Zs don't think about.
Of course.
That's what I think they don't think
She's
about.
absolutely right. I feel like Gen Z don't think about that because so many girls are fucking
They just see
dumb.
the now.
They're so dumb.
It's mad. It's like, for instance, yeah, like I'm gonna be a bit vulgar, even down to like porn stars. When you're watching porn, nobody wants to see an old, wrinkly woman
Exactly.
getting beat out. Everybody wants to watch
But-
someone that's.
'Cause
Do you
people
get it?
have
You want to
that-
watch a young
people have the
lady.
idea
So
that-
you're gonna grow up. You're gonna get older. No one is going to want to be taking you out on. No one's gonna want to carry you as a handbag when you're getting a little bit older. That's
bag
just
lady.
the truth of it. The younger girls are flourishing. So how sustainable is those jobs that girls are getting
Yeah.
to maintain the lifestyle they're doing?
That's why you need to invest. I've seen a couple girls go to work here. They'll earn 4 bills. After 4 bills, they've left their work because
But I feel like-
they're so stupid.
But
you need to invest.
we
carry
live
your money,
we live in a
earn your
generation
money, and
where
invest.
we live in a time where it's hard to actually save. If we actually do, because of TikTok, because of social media, it's actually very hard to save. I'm here trying to say, I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to save
No,
money.
you trying
All of a
to.
sudden,
No, you
I
trying
see-
to make a reason why you have to make fast money.
Literally, I'm trying to
Saving has
save
always
money
been hard.
all the way at the bottom.
Listen. Saving has always been hard. It hasn't gotten any more
But I feel like
difficult.
no, it's
Say
definitely
you
more
have to be
difficult.
disciplined. It's a matter of being disciplined
It's definitely more difficult.
and budgeting.
Because now you budget
And going
yourself for
without.
a small price. Air Forces were how much back in your days?
So an Air Force,
much is
you
Air
see,
Force
but
now?
look what.
120.
So hold on a minute. Are you saying you
what
cannot?
size
Wait.
7, 8.
So you're saying it's harder for you to save because Air Force have gone up. So because Air
not
Force,
even
like you
about
have to
Air
have the Air
Force.
Force.
It's not, but-
So you
because-
now
no,
you
no,
cannot save
listen.
because you have to have the Air
Listen, it's
Force.
because
Gen
the
Z.
generation we live in, like you need. I know people.
Because why can you not
I
live
know
without the Air
16 years
Force?
old that's wearing
But
Balenciagas.
why can you not live
And it's
without the
like,
Air Force?
I don't have it. It's like, I
Why
see
is the
them,
Air
like,
Force your priority?
It's not.
It's not.
But
But
it
I want to
is.
fit into
social
society's
media.
needs.
It's
because
social
of
It
media.
is.
It's social media.
When you get older, your priorities change. Maybe when I was younger, yes, there was things that I thought, you know what, this is in trend, I would want it. But what I'm saying is, as I got older, I had my son at 25, so the same age that you are now, and my priorities changed.
25, she's 20.
Are you 25?
early
20s.
Okay, well, I had my son in my early 20s, And it wasn't just about me anymore. So I had to start like budgeting and prioritizing what was important. And I can't put like Air Forces over milk or
100%.
food in the fridge. So as you get older, you will realize that, okay,
There's other priorities.
budgeting is a normal part of life.
Yeah.
Saving is a normal part of life for a rainy day.
Yeah,
All
but-
these things, so you have more responsibilities, I guess.
Can I be honest, Jeanette? I feel like the point that you just made is relevant to some people, but it's not relevant to a lot of people. Some people will definitely choose that bag over feeding their child.
No,
some people
I
will
know.
definitely choose.
That's what we're
their
talking about.
lifestyle, the drinks, all of these stuff, and it's not just Gen Z. This is older people.
That's
too.
true.
But it also ties in. Okay, I feel like Jeanette's point is that it wasn't as popular as
Is now. Yeah.
I feel like more people are sacrificing real life for social media, whereas it wasn't like that before. And for me, I would say that is to do with so much to do with social media. When I was growing up, I can't lie, when I was in secondary school, we used to wear pumps that were like £2 from
did.
Primark.
We
And
did.
nobody cared. Nobody
Not
cared. But now I see young girls in secondary school, they're wearing shoes and all of these wigs, eyelashes,
in the school bag.
65
You still have
all of these wigs.
yeah, 30-inch in the school bag.
I'm even thinking how
old were you when you
because
got your
we
first
don't
wig?
even have how. Where are you getting the money to get this the same wig
and
that I
now-
want to get, and I cannot even
And
get
now
in
you
at
get
work.
bullied for being natural. Let's say you had a video recently that of your natural hair out. Back in the day, that would have been acceptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Being who you are
100%.
now,
Everyone says
you get bullied for it, and it's like you must fit in this image because like if it's either you don't or you live your life being tarnished.
Yeah.
And people don't want that.
That's crazy.
You just don't fit in. You
Exactly.
just will not fit in. It's crazy.
But that's the problem. Gen Zs, I feel like, are not about being unique anymore.
No,
It's
they
about
are.
I feel like everyone wants to be the same. Everyone wants the same shoes. They want the same hair. They want the same job. Like nobody wants to be unique anymore. We don't have people have. Everyone wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to have a lace wig. Everybody wants to wear this. Everybody is the same. That's why even celebrities are starting to take away from themselves. You got Black China,
China.
Kim Kardashian, because they don't want to look like everybody else.
Yeah.
It's
I
out
actually
there.
want to touch on Black China.
Yeah.
I feel like well, this kind of takes away from Gen Z, but it doesn't, because I feel like at the time where she was becoming so popping on social media, a lot of Gen Zs were actually following people like hers lead, people like Kim's lead, people like Kylie's lead, all these celebrities. These are who Gen Zs are looking up to. Yeah, people like Black China. And now because it's so, like she said, it's so repetitive. It's so like everybody's trying to fit into that standard. They are now trying to revert back. Black China's taken out her fillers from her bum, from her face. Yeah. She's taken off certain tattoos from herself. She's trying to, she's literally trying.
Because everyone wants to be a celebrity. Everyone wants to be them.
If everyone,
because it's what's on social
standard,
media.
The celebrities are not special no more.
Right.
But honestly, do you see yourself
If they're not
70 years old?
special
Do you still see yourself with the BBL body and everything?
I can't lie to you.
What age does it?
I can't lie to you. I have.
Well, if you guys continue like this is where you guys will go.
No, but to be honest,
because you're affected by social. You grew up in that era of what we see is what we must do.
Life is for living. Why the hell are you thinking about being 70 when you're getting a BBL? I can't lie. Life is for living. People die every.
How do you know you're gonna get to 70, basically?
That's what I'm saying.
But that mentality is so dangerous, and it's the fact that you don't even know that. It's very dangerous. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, but
everyone should think.
It's the fact that they think they. You know what? It's the way you guys live. I appreciate your point, because life is short and you should enjoy the life you're living. However, I do feel some of the decisions you guys are making at this young age will definitely affect your near future. Not even forget 70s.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about when you guys are 30 and 40.
You're gonna get to 70 when you're going to do a BBL in another country for 2K because you don't have enough money to do it. You're going to a mad. No. You're going to a mad doctor. You haven't done any research. You're not even well enough to do it. Some people are not even well enough to go do it, and they don't even care. They're just thinking, okay, cool. I've got this 2K from one uncle that gave it to me. I've been gathering it. I'm going to Turkey and I'm getting a BBL. You have not done no research. You're probably not even well enough to do it.
Now you find out you're 30,
nuts.
you're married, you're actually happy with your life now. There's stuff bringing you
How
down.
are you going to get to 30 when you already died at 17 because you
Yeah.
went to go get a BBL? How?
You can barely do stuff people your age are now doing because you wanted to live that lifestyle from young.
It's so crazy.
And this is all. I think the young girls now are much more. It seems like they're more mature. They're having experiences maybe that I guess like a lot of us discovered later on in our life. It's just like you're literally rinsing yourself.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to 30, you are 70. Do you know what I mean? By the time you get to 30, you literally are 70.
You've had the experience of a 70-year-old.
You're 70.
Literally.
Can I touch on that?
Go ahead. Go on, baby girl.
I feel like the reason why I have a lot of problems with older girls as well is because they don't know how to carry themselves. I'm sorry, there's a lot of younger girls, I'm not saying 18, 19, I'm saying early 20s or probably 18, 19 that know how to do their makeup. Like they actually know how to do their makeup. One time, I'm actually being serious.
Okay,
one time I was chatting to this guy, and another 25-year-old, she might have lived by herself, whatever. At that time, I was freshly 22. This girl wanted to buy me in a club because I'm chatting to her man, but babe, you don't know how to do your makeup. The reason why your man wants me is because I'm younger and I look prettier. Do you understand what I mean? A lot of these older girls, and my sister's one to vouch. My sister's 23, I'm 22.
Yeah.
We always say it. All these older girls want to fight us is because you don't know how to look after yourself. The younger generation is knowing how to do that more. Of course, they're going to be appealing to guys. Of course, they're going to be appealing to men because they know how to do this. Maybe look after yourself more, and then you will get the reception that we're getting.
Because we live in a generation where everyone wants to be older than their age. Everyone wants to be older than their age.
Honestly.
But at the same time, I appreciate it. At the same time, it's like, again, if we even just talk about the lace wig thing, like a lot of young girls want lace wig. You say that, but then by the time you're 30, you have no edges, babe. And now you look very drag out. So it's like, what's happening is young girls are actually doing so much to themselves so young that by the time they hit 30, you look 70.
Yeah, but
and now
no one wants to imagine us looking.
Yeah.
We don't, like,
but that's how the young girls are looking. So now actually, older women are actually looking younger than younger girls because you're doing too much.
That's very true.
That's very much the facts.
All the makeup.
Let's take off the lash. Let's reveal the edge. And let's reveal the edge. The edges are missing.
It's true.
And
That's
I want
very
to
true.
touch up on her ears. Everyone always tells me, I can't lie, this is small, this is little. I'm trying to get, like, I'm trying to get, like, a whole body,
tatted?
full leg, everything tatted. But everyone tells me,
let's see this. When you're old now, when you're old, so when you reach 50, your kids are now saying, "Oh, you have a grandkid on the way." You want to be a tired grandma. You don't. I don't think you see that.
She doesn't want to be from London. What do you mean? This is another thing. Why is it that? No, honestly, you tell me. Nobody wants to be from London anymore. Everyone's trying to be in Miami, Dubai, Turkey.
Do you know what
Why is it that no one wants to be in London?
Social media.
London.
Social media.
We're literally on live here. We saw the London vibes. London vibes.
It's
Nobody
messy.
cares.
London is a very dead vibe though. I won't lie.
Yeah,
Very dead.
But how you're just basing that?
Still look pretty.
Yeah.
No one will say
But we're not in America to actually know that.
They will be like, oh, why is her hair like this? Embarrassing. Listen, I'm just thinking,
We're not, but things, we're not in
London
America
is
to actually
bad
know
vibes,
that. We can go to America and people are bad vibes. Maybe not on social
No,
media,
but
but
I
in
feel like
person.
it's well known
You
that
don't know,
London
like,
is very bad vibes.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it
very-
is. London is bad vibes. I want to touch on like what we digested as kids. And I just skipped Gen Z, right? And so when I was younger, social media wasn't really a big thing. When you were younger, like, what was the things that you enjoyed doing outside of social media?
Disney Channel.
watching Ben
What,
10,
Disney
not Ben
Channel?
10,
Yeah,
Power Rangers.
Everything, Nickelodeon.
So you know what? You guys are Gen Z, but you just touched it. So
Yeah.
I'm saying, let's say for people that are like 14 right now, they don't know nothing about Disney Channel. They
know
don't know nothing about
14.
race.
I know 14 years old, yeah.
None of
I'm
that.
walking past 14 years old secondary school. Oh, send me the square, send me the square. What is the square? When I was I didn't know what a square was until that
What
night.
is a square?
You know what I mean?
I
What is
feel
a
like-
square? Credit card.
So my little brother's 12, yeah, and his whole life is TikTok.
Literally.
His whole life is TikTok. He does not talk to people. He is on his phone 24/7. There's nothing. What is a TV to him? It's either YouTube, TikTok. It's not even YouTube like that, to be honest. It's actually more so TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and it's just like, where is the childhood for these young
No
kids?
childhood.
There's no childhood.
Like, go
we used
outside
to
and
go
play.
outside. Yeah, we used to go outside, play with our
Knock
friends.
down ginger.
Even if it's
like these things.
back in the days, if it was snowing, I used to run outside, build a snowman. Now it's 1-2 snaps on Snapchat and go back in my room.
That.
Like,
It's
literally,
even
we're
when
living
they're
life
outside, it's just to get the
impress other
picture.
people.
Yeah, it's
For the
not
gram.
What was the first age you went holiday on your own or like with your friends, like without your parents?
I was 19.
Nowadays, people are going at 16. With, like,
And whose mum is gonna allow them out at 16?
people are allowing that, you know.
It's the generation.
It's the
Even
generation we
Nigerians,
live
I can't
on.
lie to you,
I
a
know
lot of
people 17.
Nigerians-
You're still in college. You're booking flights to Turkey.
Yeah,
and that.
no,
Where is the
but
money
it's the
coming from?
Nigerians modernized. It's not even Nigerians. It's the Africans Africans modernized in this London. I can't lie, I'm allowed to do anything I want because I'm in London. If I was in Nigeria, I wouldn't be getting so much tattoos. I wouldn't be getting this. I wouldn't be getting that. Like, do you get it?
Because of judgment.
Yeah, well, London is.
No one judges you. Everyone praises you in London.
So do you think it makes sense for that generation to basically not live in real life? Because I feel like it's not real life anymore. I feel like a lot of the time, like she said, you're not even living in the moment. You don't even want the moment. You don't even care. You just want the picture of the moment.
It's for everyone. Your life
is. It makes sense.
People being praised for wrong. People being praised.
No, can I ask you a more direct question? What around that? So you said life is for living, right? You said life is for living. So if life is for living, but everything is for the gram, and because someone else has a bag, and so you've got to get another bag, or the picture has to go up, or so you need to look like a 24. Are you really living for you, or are you living for social media and other people?
No, but to be honest, I find myself doing that sometimes too.
But they have to.
I find myself doing that sometimes too.
You have to ask yourself: are you living for you, or are you living? Is that really what you want, or are you living for what you feel you need to live up to?
Yeah,
I feel like it's not like you need.
Well, that's honest. At least that's
you need to live up to that,
and that's all you need to like just be aware of. I think when you're making life.
Good enough. Nothing is good enough.
Why though? Why?
People come up to me in the road, they're like, oh, every time I'm doing stuff with like real estate, whatever, they're like, oh my God, we look up to you. Like, can I take a picture of you on the train? And I'm looking so bummy. And I'm doing that. I just feel like personally, I'm not where I want to be. I know where I want to be, and I know I need to work so hard to it. So, like, just doing it for you, it's not good enough. I can't lie. Yeah. It's not. Like, you have to do so much. I feel like everyone has to do so much.
Yeah, but are you doing it because you're trying to better yourself?
Yes.
Or you're doing it just, or is it partially because you want social media praise?
I feel like
validation.
I feel like it works equally. You hear the idea, okay, your social media's going to praise me if I get a trim every week. Then after it becomes you literally become that. And it's like, even if you're staying in your room all week, he's like, I need to look nice for myself. Because literally you're forming yourself slowly and slowly and slowly. It's like, this is just you.
Do you know what? I really feel like there's positive parts to it as well as negative. I do, which is why it's kind of like, it can be addictive. I think even for like us, like we be on social media, there's parts of it where, like you said, are positive because it's making Gen Zs be like go-getters and hustlers and want to do better and have better life and come out of kind of that generational cycle of struggle, which we should be doing, right? But it's just when they lose their self so much inside that you stop living for actually you. So for instance, my thing I would touch on is just like you saying, okay, I want to go surgery because I want to look like a 20-year-old. That don't sound like it's a personal decision. It sounds like it sounds like you've took in so much and you feel like I have to look like that.
Can I say something?
Rather than I want to change myself because this is what I don't like about myself.
Do you know what? Yeah, I want you to go on. I want you to go. This is homework for you. Yeah, I want
not
you to
homework.
I want you to
okay,
go
auntie.
home. I want you to go home. Yeah, and watch a 90s music video and see how girls used to look. These were,
but that ain't gonna matter to them now.
No, these were video vixens back in the day that were looked at the most beautiful girls. When you look at their bodies, literally, I actually looked at it the other day,
Stick.
and I was like, wait, hold on. These got not only skinny, some of them were thick. They had fupas. It was normal, and that was the standard. That was a beauty standard at that time.
Beauty standard was just being natural.
It was just being beautiful
just
and
being
natural. Now, if you have a music video and you don't have a BBL, what is even the music? What is even the music video? What is that?
It won't blow up.
It's not even gonna do
It'll be
numbers.
tarnished. It wasn't nothing.
Can I consider that
Oh
broke?
my God, you didn't. Oh my God, what you said is so right. That's why in my new music video, I sexualized myself. All I wore was bikinis because that's what boys watch. They're not gonna watch a boring skinny.
Yeah, but I feel like that's always that was
No
always.
makeup.
I feel like they always sexualize girls. That was always a thing. But it's even worse now. So you're right. It's actually even worse now.
You gotta be sexualized, but your hips gotta be intact.
Yeah.
Small belly. You can have. I can't lie. I don't care about fupa.
Because what is even a fupa?
Everyone has some. No, but a little bit.
Because I've got a fupa. Right?
Guys actually like to rub it. You know.
What?
No, I like it.
I promise. The skinniest guy of them all would love holding your fupa.
With me, I love the natural.
I mean, a lot of men say that, but in reality,
I mean,
no, because let's talk about. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. But this is the problem, and this is where we have this issue, right? Men will say some can do another thing. So men will say, you know, why are girls getting surgery? Why they're getting BBLs? Why they're wearing weave? Why they're wearing lashes? I want a natural girl, whatever. But the girl, when they're going out, the girls with the lashes, the girls with the BBL, the girls with the weave, these are the girls that they're approaching. These are the girls that they're flying out. These are the girls that they're buying bags for. So if you don't like them so much, why are these girls literally using you as a career plan and rinsing your money?
I can't lie. Even all the uncles in Hyatt, they're all trying to get the girls with the BBL.
Where?
Let's really be real.
Where's
In
this?
Hyatt.
Where is this?
In Hyatt Lounge, let's be really real. They're all trying to
What's
get the
Hyatt
girls.
Lounge?
That's what I'm saying, Gen Z.
Are you serious? Are you
We're the
joking?
Gen Zs.
You have to.
No, is it that? I think I've heard of it. The new.
It's allowed.
Yeah, but what's going on there? Because I haven't been.
It's
So
all the BBL bodies that are going with the uncles.
Africa.
She, you know, don't come for me. Can I say something? One time, I must have gone high with my friends here, all my girls here.
story time.
Cool guys were looking at us, whatever.
Let me see.
I must have seen some pretty girl. This girl was so pretty, yeah. She was sitting opposite our table by herself. She had no friends, no man, nothing. She was by herself. I went toilet. I literally went toilet to take pictures, be my friends. I went toilet. Came back. Next thing I know, there was another table opposite us down there with bare uncles, bare drinks, bare everything. Next thing I know, I came back from the toilet. The pretty girl was in the middle of them uncles. Girls do
just
time
like
just to get money. I'll be so
Of course, it's
Life is for living.
£200
Was chop. Even me as a boy, I'm a gold digger.
Mothers, you can make £200.
No, with me personally. My standards are high. I don't like
I don't
the
even know
BB or that only because I feel like in the long run, you don't love your personality, and I don't like that. Like, I don't want to be living my life trying to boost up your confidence because, like, I don't want that for myself. Like, literally, the person I'm talking to, she has like basically no hair, and she always wants to go out for the wig, and I'm like,
Let's the man.
yeah, basically, and I'm basically like saying to her, you're actually pretty, just go out like that. And then when she's like, no, I don't want to go out if my hair's not done, it's like, it works as an ick. It's off-putting because it's like, because to me, I just see it like,
just
why I went out with you. I don't want. I'm not dating you for your hair. I'm not dating you for the BBL body. The thing is, if my girl wants to go out with skin out, if that's her own, as long as she's not cheating, that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, I just fuck with the natural. I don't like all this living your life to impress other people.
But
No,
that
I
is
never
definitely Gen Z.
Is that what attracts you though?
That's what attracts me. I don't like all this. I need to live
the
off
fact
my
that she's natural.
natural and that. Like,
And I think that's
like
I think that's your preference as well, and I think that's
I
okay.
agree with Rachel.
I think
that
that's
is
okay.
very rare today.
Yeah,
I can't lie.
Do you know what I think? I think that's okay, and I think that it's also okay to enjoy it or have a preference for a natural woman, but also appreciate a woman that likes to doll herself up. You know, like I think it's fine.
There's a level to it. When you feel like you're gonna cry if you don't go out looking at it, it's like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I say, just go out, you just need to look nice.
Can I add on what Jay said? My ex here, I always say this, but it's because I've gone through so much trauma with him. Yeah. Cool. My ex here, like I can be dolled up. I can look bummy on TikTok, but I can when it's time to get makeup done and whatever done, I can do that. Do you get it? But my ex, every time like we used to like make love here, he used to say that like basically he will like it when like I back off my wig and like he just strokes
I like the vibe. I was talking to this girl, yeah, and it was deep into like the talking. Like she was basically coming over every night and everything, and then she would do stuff like let's say farting, she has to run into the bathroom. It's like I like just do it. Like just say you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? I just like the vibe. I'm dating the vibe. I'm not dating you. I want a girl to do a cartwheel in front of me. I don't want a girl that's I'm too prestigious to be even doing all that.
Guys, in uni, when I used to go in Leicester, any woman that will come to my account, I couldn't poo. Like if a boy, let's say you were here and I really wanted to
that took me off guard.
There's no way. There's no way I can even poo in my come toilet. I have to go upstairs to my friends or come to go. Are you mad? No, because
but after a while, you need to. I feel
like
you have
but when
to.
you feel comfortable, but when you're first linking a guy, you can't be doing them.
I
know it's normal, but you can't be doing them.
But when is the comfortable stage meant to happen?
Maybe
like
6
me,
months, 7 months.
the second.
Why is there even a time?
I don't know, because you have to
It's
let
when
somebody get
you
used to
will
you
know about
and learn the new you. So then now they're in love with just the raw you.
Yeah.
Outside of the attraction.
I've been in, let's say, like 2 relationships, right? And then the only person I actually like was the one that was too comfortable. And like, she would do a cartwheel in front of her friends. Like, she didn't care. Like, she's not living like.
Yeah, but I think she would have done the cartwheel in front of her friends on the first or second week of knowing you. It's like once she got comfortable with you, then she will do that, and then you will be more comfortable with her, and you will love her for those things. So I just think that's natural. We all want to give a best first impression. So I don't feel like that means you're fake if you want to like put your best foot forward and like you start learning more about the person or how their being is after. I think that is just natural. Me personally, I'm not farting on the first day in front of my man. Like, I'm not doing it either. I'm going in the toilet also.
Do you feel like people really fall in love like it used to be, or do you think a relationship for Gen Zs today is literally completely forced? Like, for instance, for me, let me give an instance. If you're a couple, one of the first things you think of in today's age is that you two need to make a couples channel or a joint TikTok channel or something. You guys feel triggered a little, right? That you feel like you need to make a channel together, and it's like that's so toxic.
Because it's all gonna end.
It's like, what is the reason that you feel like you can't have like a genuine relationship like before, back in the day when I was dating when I was younger? Yeah, it was so natural, it was so innocent. Like, we would literally would link up at a park, go be walking around talking shit. There was no cameras, there was none of that. It was nothing like that. It was just normal, and it was.
You were young. You're older now.
No, but what I'm saying is, what do you
that doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah, it's not like that for generation, like for Gen Z. Do you get it?
The boys.
I think it's a lot more hypersexual from outside. It seems a lot more hypersexual, a lot more just kind of like based on who you are, looks, your status. Are you popular? Yeah. How, do you know what I mean? It's all more so about that rather than like, I actually like this person.
We have the idea, okay, you must date a person.
Yeah, do you actually even like the person, or is it just how many followers they have?
Comfortable, someone who's hardworking, all that. But with the Gen Z, they want it to extreme limits.
It doesn't matter about the followers. What it matters about, because what they're saying right now, I literally was in a TikTok couple, YouTube couple, literally 3 months ago. Yeah, what it matters about is people still see that you've held, like, even in my song, like, hold a guy, hold a guy tight, like, they still see that you're with this guy. My ex had 400 followers. I don't care about followers. I don't care about that. Only if your personality is the same as mine. I like it. Do you understand me? But I feel like people do TikTok couples, they do YouTube couples as well, because they want something to show, they want something to prove.
Okay, so you feel like so a lot of the, like, why you stayed long. I don't want to put words in your mouth. So, but do you think that you stayed very long in that relationship because you did it, like, because you wanted to prove to social media that you can go down?
I should have broke up with my ex in June. I stayed to December because, oh my God, I'm so scared of TikTok. What if I break up with my ex here and TikTok is like, oh my God, like, she can't keep her man. Oh my God.
That is so bad.
You see how the internet is affecting life decisions. So that's what I'm saying, where like the unrealistic like ideals of what you guys have to deal with, actually you're making decisions that are going to actually affect your actual life, because now it's like, you know that
you don't like it,
right?
Yeah, for real.
And now you have to live with that afterwards, because even though it was great online and whatever, you would have had feelings for that person, and do you know what I mean? You would have gone through that extra bit of maybe trauma or toxicity that you didn't need to go through, that you have to deal with on your own while still being online and looking like nothing's not bothering you.
This is what ties into my point earlier, that it's very dangerous. It's a dangerous thing that social media is doing to this generation, because it's like, you would, like, I don't know if you're comfortable saying this, but I think she's spoken about it publicly, so I think it's okay. She was in a toxic relationship, and it got to a point where it was too toxic. So it's like, you stayed in a toxic relationship that could have ended really badly for you, and it was not all because, but a lot to do with TikTok. It's really bad. Really bad. So okay, let's close this with this. Yeah, well, I want each of you to give your own point on, like, what advice would you give to a young girl or boy growing up in this generation, in Gen Z? Like, what advice would you give to a young girl or boy going through this generation?
I'll go first. I'll go first because I did say this last week anyway on the podcast. I said, forget social media, it's not real. That was the first thing I said for advice. So I'll say it again. Forget social media, it's not real. If you want to be online and you want to share your truth, your journeys, your experiences, I'm all for that. but make sure it's your truth. Don't be doing things online because you think you need to do it for an audience or you need to do it to impress. Be authentically yourself and don't get too lost up in certain decisions because of social media. That's all. And if you can't know the difference, then don't do it at all. Stay off social media.
My advice to Gen Z is this. iPhone actually kind of does this for you, but I think monitor your screen time. I think there's a lot of young girls and boys need to take time away from their phone. Go outside, take a walk, go to the gym. Don't snap in the gym. Actually go there and work. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Go to the gym, go outside, live your life in the real life without your phone. Even if it's for a few hours, you're outside and you're actually experiencing the world without thinking, oh my God, what is my TikTok going to say about my TikTok needs to see this experience?
Like, I agree with you, but I don't at the same time, because I must have gone on holiday with someone and I'm an influencer. You think I'm not gonna snap where I'm eating or snap anywhere I am? Of course I'm gonna do that because my fans want to watch it. They know I'm on a holiday, and
I think that's where it's hard when you do it for, if you do it for a living or it's a part of like how you make money or you're building a brand.
Yeah, but of course I want to like enjoy life. Do you get it? But I don't like somebody.
Well, like what she said, I think maybe just monitor how much of that you're giving. Just be like, you know what? I'm gonna do 2 or 3 TikTok and I'm gonna leave social media for the day. Like,
give your advice to Gen Z. What is your advice to Gen Z?
Take your time and process. That's it. Just take your time and process. If you want to get into a relationship, talking stage, don't post it. If you want to post it after you can admit to yourself that you're in love or there's very high chance of love happening. You know what I mean? Don't just rush into it. If you want to be a fraudster, I'm not gonna stop you do it, but take your time and process. Actually think on it. Don't be like, okay.
Think about where it's gonna go.
Don't just post on Snap. Send me on Barclays account right now. Take your time and process it. Like, learn. Go do your research. Like, some people are actually just saying, okay, I want to be a hairstylist. They just jump straight into becoming a hairstylist. Yeah. Take your time. Have you actually asked of a hairstylist, like, oh,
are you even interested?
Oh, how do you get a clientele? They just see the money and think,
yeah,
I'm going in there. They see, oh, there's actually a long time to do it. Like, I do lashes. People think, okay, he's a boy, he can do it, then I can probably do it. Or he did it so fast. Before I did it, I donated £500 into learning how to do lashes. Did one-to-one sessions, all of that. I actually took my time and processed. I was watching TikToks. I was buying dolls, investing in myself, all of that before I did it. Some people just hopping on thinking, I can just do it and make the money. You need to take your time and process everything. Like, you said life is for the living. Live it correctly, then live it the right way. You're not here living life to waste your time. If, like, you can't say, okay, I'm going to invest £500 to come in the lash day. You have to do the one-to-one course and like, actually, I didn't like it. Did you do your research before you did that?
Yeah.
Like, take your time. I know people that's done. I know people that said, "Oh, I did a one-to-one become lash like a year ago, but I just haven't done nothing about it because you didn't do your research. You just jumped on there thinking, oh, I'm gonna get money. Take your time and process everything.
Don't rush into having a partner. Be so wrong. Like, you don't need to have sex. Let me tell you something. When I was younger, I used to think, orange juice. I love orange juice. If I go to the shop, I won't buy a fizzy drink. I'll just buy orange juice. I just love it.
Do you like coffee as well?
Nah, I don't like coffee.
I like orange juice and I like coffee.
Is it?
I like kind of bitter tasting things. But anyway,
yeah. So, like, I used to think, like, when I was younger, like, hey, orange juice is so lame. I can't believe people have sex. Like, orange juice is so much better than... Like, I know I'm weird. I used to think that. Wait, what? I know. It's too weird.
I'm trying to see what she's getting at.
Do you get
what kind of sex was you getting?
No, like, deeper people are enjoying sex, but I was enjoying orange juice. Like, I was just such a kid. You can kind of tell. Do you understand what I mean? But I feel like...
No, Rachel, what is your advice?
My advice is don't rush.
Yeah.
Like, cool, you see your friends dressing like this, they have this... Like, life changes,
Yeah.
When you get older, life changes. Like, cool, I was a class clown when I was in secondary school. I was always the big
You don't say.
People didn't really know that, raw. This girl's doing this. Oh, she's just a joke. She's not going to do anything when she... Like, I still have a lot to go, but I feel like I've kind of like...
And now look at you, big...
Yeah, do you understand what I mean?
Big already. Generational wealth. Can you spell that?
But I just feel like life changes. You don't need to rush. Like, just don't rush. I feel like I was just so dumb. I just rushed so much. I wanted to make money at 16.
People live life like it's a competition.
Like, just rush. Like, don't rush.
Yeah. Well, this has been Deep It Podcast. Thank you all for watching. All our business pages and social medias will be linked down below.
Thank you. like, comment, subscribe.